Welcome friends in my YouTube channel. I am Seema Shinde, working as Assistant Professor of Soil Science and Agriculture Chemistry Department at Sadhguru College of Agriculture, Mirzgaon, Taluka Karjat, District Ahmednagar. Today I am going to discuss on a topic mechanism of nutrient transport to plant. See, introduction. Mineral uptake is the process in which minerals enter the cellular material, typically following the same pathway as water. The most normal entrance portal for mineral uptake is through plant roots. Most of the plants are taken nutrients by the roots. During transport throughout a plant, minerals can exit xylem and enter cells that require them. Mineral ions cross plasma membrane by a chemiosmotic mechanism. Plant absorb minerals in ionic form. Nitrate, phosphate, and potassium ions all have difficulty crossing a charged plasma membrane. Types. The uptake of nutrient occurs at both the roots and the leaves. Water and minerals. Carbon dioxide ions may be taken up by the plant cells by two methods, that is, a passive absorption and active absorption. See, under the passive absorption, it is the absorption of minerals without direct expenditure of a metabolic energy. In passive absorption, mineral salt absorption is not affected by temperature and metabolic inhibitors. Rapid uptake of ions occur when plant tissue are transferred from a medium of a low concentration to a high concentration. The major hypothesis or the theory of that explain the mechanism of passive transport of ions are mass flow, then contact exchange theory, cationic and exchange theory, acid exchange theory, Donan equilibrium. Under that, first one is the mass flow theory. According to this theory, ions are absorbed by the root along with mass flow of a water under the effect of transpiration. This theory failed to explain the salt accumulation against osmotic gradient. An increase in transpiration pool increases the uptake of ions by the roots. The uptake of ions by free diffusion. Thus, mass flow of ions through the roots tissue occurs due to the transpiration pool in the absence of metabolic energy. See here, xylem and phloem. In phloem, plant distributed food from one part to the another part of the plants, and in xylem, plant roots absorbs nutrients and water. Second, contact exchange theory. According to this theory, the ions adsorb on the clay mycelis get adsorbed to the roots in exchange for hydrogen ions previously adsorbed on the roots. That means here cations and anions will be attracted get towards and it will form the double diffuse layer. And in case of the contact exchange theory, some clays are exchanged by the cations because clays have carrying a always negative charge on that. Ions adsorb on solid particles oscillate within a small space. When two particles are close enough, the oscillation space of an ion adsorbed to one particle overlaps the oscillation space of an ion adsorbed to another particle. Thus, exchange of ions may take place. Then third, carbonic acid exchange theory. The soil solution provides medium for exchange of ions between the roots and the clay mycelis. Carbon dioxide released in respiration of the roots from carbonic acid by reacting with water and in of the solution, and after the it reacts with the water, it will form the carbonic acid. When carbon dioxide released in respiration, it will get mixed with water, or it will be reacts with water and form the carbonic acid. Carbonic acid then dissociate in the soil solution and to form H plus and HCO3 minus ions. H plus ions are adsorbed to the clay mycelis in exchange for cations such as the potassium, which are released into the soil solution. From here, they may diffuse to the root where they may be adsorbed in the exchange of a H plus ions. In this image, we can understand that a clay particles carrying a negative charge on that, all the positive cations will be attracted and it will form the double diffusion layer. That is, a clay particle which is negatively charged binds a mineral cations, that is a potassium, calcium, magnesium, etc. The protons binds to the clay particles which releases the cations into the soil solution. When it will be get into the soil solution, it will again dissociated. Then whenever plants releases carbon dioxide, it will get mixed with water, that is H2O, and it will form the carbonic acid, that is a H2CO3. And again when that carbonic acid will be releases, it will be dissociated into HCO3 minus plus H plus. Protons are pumped from the roots or fed by the ionization of the carbonic acid. Then next, Donan equilibrium. Cell membrane is composed of a macromolecules of a proteins and lipids that have many carboxyl group, that is a C double bond OH, and phosphate HPO3 minus group, from which positively charged particles like protons of a hydrogen can dissociate, leaving the macromolecules with a negative charge. Thus, the membrane is usually negatively charged. The negative charges are not diffusible because they are within the membrane structure. These negatively charged ions on the membrane called a fixed ions. The negatively charged membrane is called a Donan phase. Now, suppose that a solution of a potassium chloride is present outside the Donan phase, that is a negatively charged space. The cation will tend to diffuse through the membrane because of a electronic potential difference, that is a attraction between the negative and positive charges. The cations will finally come to equilibrium with fixed negative charges of the membrane. The chlorine ions with negative charge will not move into the cell because of this electronic potential. They can however diffuse by chemical potential difference or a difference of a concentration of a chlorine on both sides of the membrane. Some potassium ions will also move into the cell by chemical potential gradient. The chlorine ions which remain outside the membrane will set up an electric potential difference at the membrane surface which is negative on account of chlorine ions compared to the external solution. Such an electric potential is called Donan potential. The Donan potential will allow potassium to diffuse through the membrane and repel the chlorine ions. Opposite charges repel each other. There will be opposite charges always repelling to each other. This equilibrium is called as a Donan equilibrium. See equation of a Donan equilibrium. In general, Donan equilibrium may be expressed in the following equation, that is a concentration of positive ions inside upon the concentration of negative ions outside is equal to concentration of a positive ions outside upon the concentration of negative ions inside. As a Donan equilibrium, more cations positively charged ions tend to pass through the membrane, the cations will accumulate in the cell against diffusion gradient. Next, active absorption. The active transport of ions from the outer space of the cell to the inner space it generally occurs against the concentration gradient and hence requires metabolic energy. This energy is obtained from metabolism of the cell either directly or indirectly. The major hypotheses that explain the mechanism of active transport of ion in that: first, carrier concept; second, cytochrome pump transport by electrochemical gradient generated by electron transport. First, carrier concept transport by carrier protein. According to this hypothesis, the carrier protein picks up an ion from one side of the membrane and discharges it on the other side. The picking up and discharge of the ion requires energy. Energy is obtained by hydrolysis of ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate changes into adenosine diphosphate, and energy release is used to change the conformation of the carrier, which may be ATPase itself, so that the ion is picked up on one side of the membrane and released on the other. After discharge of an ion, carrier protein is reprimed to pick up an other ion. The carrier protein may carry one ion inward and may exchange it with another ion at the inner surface of membrane, so that the other ion is carried by the same carrier outwards. The next, cytochrome pump salt respiration or electron transport theory. This is under the active absorption. Anions could be transported across the membrane by cytochrome system. Energy is supplied by direct oxidation of a respiratory intermediates. This mechanism of ion transport is based on electrochemical gradient generated by electron transport. When hydrogen is removed from a substance in respiration and carried out along an electron transport chain, it is changed into two charges species, that is a hydrogen atom and hydrogen ion. The hydrogen and electron atom and electron are separated on opposite sides of the mitochondrial membrane by the electron carrier enzymes, which are so arranged in the inner mitochondrial membrane that they carry hydrogen ion to the outside, and inside of the membrane is a basic an account of the presence of a hydroxyl ions. Proton gradients are produced both in mitochondrial membrane and the thylakoid membrane of a chloroplast. On the establishment of a proton gradient, the cations moves actively in exchange for H plus ions in a direction opposite to that of H plus ion, and OH minus ions. Anions moves passively to satisfy the charge balance. Similarly, when anions moves actively in exchange for hydroxyl ions, the cations move passively to maintain the charge balance. H plus ions crossing the membrane react with ions to form H2O. Similarly, OH minus ions transported through the membrane react with H plus ions to produce water. Whenever H plus ions and OH minus ions it will react together, it will form a water, that is H2O. Cytochrome pump hypothesis on salt absorption. Anions are actively absorbed via cytochrome pump and cations are passively absorbed. The rate of respiration, which is solely due to anion absorption, is called as a anion respiration or a salt respiration. The original rate of respiration without anion respiration can be observed in distilled water and is called a ground respiration. See, movement of solutes in the cell. The diffusion of ions depends not only on the osmotic or chemical potential gradient but on the electrical potential also, because ions are particles when an electric changes charges on them. The chemical potential gradient is produced if the concentration of an ion on one side of the membrane is higher than the other side. An example will explain the difference between electrical and chemical potential gradient. An electrical potential gradient may result from the presence of a charged particles or ions on both sides of the membrane, or by the charges associated with the surface of the membrane on both sides. The final direction of movement of the solution will be determined by the gradient, which is the steep state. So this is all about the mechanism of nutrient transport to plant. In that there is a. So thank you friends.